what's really wrong with West Indies cricket, John? And how are we gonna fix this thing? Because whether it be Cricket USA, Cricket Hall of Fame, so event, and every other sports person that you're listening to talking about West Indies cricket, everybody is frustrated. Okay? Because you say like, oh, are the mighty fallen? That is what some of the guys and that is what the Indians and the Australians are asking, you know. Oh, are the mighty fallen? Because when they're playing against the West Indies, you know, they know so the crowds come out to watch the Soca Warriors, them, you know. Okay? Because, you know, they
Trevor,
to Sir Vivian and to Sir Garfield and Rohan Kanai and Kalacharan and those guys when they come to bat, it's like when you used to watch baseball and Reggie Jackson came up to swing a bat. You don't want to miss him, you know. You go to the bathroom afterwards, but not while Reggie Jackson about to swing, you know. Because you don't want to miss. You don't want you don't want to replay a new one, you know. You want to watch it live. You understand?
You know, as I say, I don't know why my Cricket West Indies president have to call Clive Lloyd, Viv Richards, Richie Richardson, and Brian Lara to try to figure out how to fix a broken engine. Why you take the job?
Well, you see, that is an admittance, you know.
You take the job
the train is off the track.
To travel and the perks that come with it.
You know?
And you don't know, and you have no idea what to do. Are you afraid to mash cons to do what you know should be done?
Because I mean, it's a business, right? And under normal condition, you know, when a business is not operating, they shut the door and you see a sign that says open under new management.
I mean, you get rid of
Cameron.
Holy. Who has proper qualification to be a coach?
Dave Cameron had a plan.
Coach anywhere. Put Dave aside now.
Yeah.
But you have Coley, who is qualified, a qualified coach. And you bring in somebody else who is not a qualified coach, from what I understand, to coach your senior team. And you bring along a batting coach who don't pass 30 in a test innings.
Well, you know,
who don't average 10. His average not even past 10 in a test innings. And I am not saying because you're not a great batsman, you know. But Trevor, you have some guys out there. I'm going to name some. You have a Jeffrey Dujan.
All right.
You have Desmond Haynes. You know what somebody said to me the other day? Lawrence Rowe.
Yes. Can the man make big bat? You know?
And it surprised me, and this is somebody who is kind of high up in the cricket, you know, in the Caribbean, says to me. And I said to him, Lawrence Rowe said, yes, John, none of them can bat like Lawrence.
and he can correct them when they're not making the right adjustment to the pitch.
And you have Shivnarine Chandapal. You have Alvin Kalicharan. These are 5 batsmen who have been pretty successful at the highest level of cricket, you know. And you might have Dujan, but Dujan was a batsman before he started keeping wicket.
All right.
And he was a pretty competent batsman.
You know, so you know, I mean, the question in us, John, that people are asking is it qualification or connection when you're making the decision? Because all right,
As I said, Trevor,
Grant to the owner.
you don't want to mash some cons.
What do you mean? Well, throw a bouncer, a bumper. I mean, when it comes to cricket, you know, when the PS bowler come up, you not worry about mashing con. Cricket is not the type of sport where you worry about mashing con.
Well,
you know,
I think that is why even Dave Cameron is not there now, because Dave was mashing some con.
Yeah, it's politics why Dave is sitting on the shelf right now.
And them don't want to mash them con. You mash them con, them get rid of you. And
Well,
even if them know it is the best thing for the cricket.
Well, the fans then need to get rid of them. You see?
But the fans don't have a vote as to who will lead the cricket.
Hold on. What do you mean the fans don't have a vote? All the fans have to decide to do is boycott the game. Call for a boycott.
But they're not going to the game. They're not going to the games now, Trevor.
Who?
The fans.
Oh, well, that is true.
So, where you going to boycott? Eh?
Well, you know, the fans, you know, are the ultimate decision makers. The fans need to sue the board. And I say that without any hesitation. Cut the fat and let's get down to the bone. The fans, when they put the ticket price out there, they sell the fans that this is how much you're going to pay to get into the game, right? Now, if the fans come to the game and the fans are not coming back, what the fans are saying is, the product that I bought from you spoiled. Okay? The product that you sold me, it is no good. I want my money back. Okay? And this is the transparency, it's the publicity, okay? It's the visibility of the problem or the complaint that is gonna embarrass them. So they either step down or they're going to hide in, John. Okay? Because what we are saying, you know, if we don't do something drastic, all right? If the fans don't come to the park with signs that says dump the board, okay? If they're not holding up sign that says dump the board when they're coming in, then they're gonna think that they can get away with it. But once the cameras start pointing to those signs that says dump the board, new president needed, okay? Because listen, I don't say they can't have a coach that never have a high batting average, but the choice of that coach must be justified by an increased batting average by the guys he's coaching. If the guys he's coaching is only making an average of 20 runs per game, then this coach is maxed out. He can't run the mile in less than 4 minutes. So he cannot coach somebody who is running the mile in 3 minutes and 50 seconds because he does not know how to get, he does not know how to get there.
You see, Trevor, those who are there now, not going to get no better. That's why you have to, and you hear all of them talking about infrastructure now. Infrastructure, that's a big word you hear now around West Indies cricket. Infrastructure. Why are we just talking about infrastructure? Well, is not no West Indies cricket gone bad? Yes, West Indies cricket gone bad from the end of the 90s.
Well, I mean, is that, I guess they're talking about a lack of infrastructure, because we used to talk about that in regards to some of the games that we covered, that the pipeline, they don't build an infrastructure and have a pipeline coming up so that you know who is going to replace somebody in 2 years, you know who's going to replace somebody in 5 years, because there's a lifespan, okay? And if you really want West Indies cricket to really get good, I say you have to shorten the lifespan of the player.
Yeah, but I think what is happening though, you know, Trevor, that we're not making decisions based on fact,
Data. Yeah.
you know? We're making decisions based on I owe you a favor.
Connections.
It seems like. It
Yeah.
appears like.
Well, listen, it is more than appearance, you know. Because when you make a decision and you want to say, no man is the best man for the job, and when he does not perform, you don't change. Okay? I will accept a decision when the results back up the decision.
Yeah.
But when West Indies, you know, the average number of balls a batter is facing is 13 balls. Okay? The average is 13 balls.
Hmm.
And you said to yourself, all right, so what's the average sixes that are hit in an inning? You said maybe about 7 or 8.
And you see the second test against India? Don't except forget up Sunday morning and watch cricket, you know. that match start, well, Friday morning, midnight Thursday. Don't expect, yeah, Thursday, yeah, Friday, Saturday.
Cricket done by Sunday.
Don't expect a midnight Sunday night you're going to be watching cricket. Well, I would be, unless rain fall, I'm going to wash out a couple of days.
No, I mean,
Trevor, our batsmen. You look at a Shea Hope. I remember when Shea Hope just come to the cricket, Shea Hope looked like a decent batsman. But why hasn't he been able to adjust to, well, why haven't our batsmen been able to make the adjustment between white ball and red ball cricket? You see, India do it. Australia batsmen do it. In England batsmen can do it. Why we can't make that adjustment?
Maybe because we are scattered bunch of islands, John. Because India is one solid piece of land, you know. So it's like just the river that flow in one.
Yeah, but is it a mentality? Is it your concentration? I mean, I ask a question, you know. Like for instance, when our players at the end of a tour then, and they go home, how do they practice? Does and again, I'll use Shea Hope and Brandon King then as examples. Do they go home and every day get in the nets for maybe say 2 hours just batting? You know, anybody, the little guys from off the street, and the little, you know, that is one thing, you know, Trevor. If they go to the park to go to work on their batting, you know, any little youngster around neighborhood know that so and so is in the park. Yes. And want somebody to bowl to them. They're going to come, you know.
Yes.
You don't have to have a test bowler bowl, just anybody bowling to you.
Listen, when the game starts, you know, you just want to know if you're going to play, you know.
It's just the discipline of being out there.
Yes.
Batting.
But you know, John, the thing is this, you know. You see, when Indian players play a game, when they finish the game and they go home, they're still in India. When Australian players play a game, when they go home, they're still in Australia. But when West Indies play a game, when they go home, they're not in the West Indies. He's in Barbados. He's in Jamaica.
Yeah, but I'm in the West Indies.
No, because you see, because
in the
when,
West Indies, Trevor.
no, because when they go home, John, they are recognized as the best St. Lucian player, like a Cornwall.
Yeah, yeah.
The best Barbadian player like a Pooran and Bullard. You know. So they're going home now, and in that aquarium, John, they are the big fish in the aquarium. But when you take all them fish out the aquarium, John, and you put them in the ocean, they get eaten alive. They are minnows. They get eaten by the sharks.
Yeah, but Trevor, that shouldn't take away from them going home and practicing their craft
But they're not practicing.
for hours.
They're not practicing under the West Indian flag. If you have a West
Yeah, but
Indian,
you don't have to practice under the West Indian flag, Trevor.
but when you do, what I'm saying is when you're doing that, then your teammates see what you're doing and they know what you're doing when you're playing test cricket, and they can say, listen, you're straying out of the crease too far. That's why you got stumped 5 times.
Yeah, but Trevor, you go, all right. So use Brandon King as an example. Him go back to Jamaica. And he goes to his club. Other players who they probably only play club cricket, watching him practice, he probably inspired them to be doing the same thing.
Probably, John, but when he come back to the club, he's a great club player, but then so when he go on,
that is why I said they have to get in the nets for 2-3 hours just batting. To anybody bowl to them, but they're out there in the middle. But focusing, concentration.
You see, at the club level, you know, Brandon King's success when he makes a West Indies scheme does not filter down to the club level. Because when he make $100,000 in a John, does the club get $10,000 because he represented the West Indies and he left the club? Does any of the players on the club who have to work so much harder right now to win a game because their star player gone to India, are they compensated, John, for carrying the burden and carrying the load while their best player is gone and he's getting $100,000 to play?
I doubt it.
Well, you see, that's what I'm talking about. That this type of disconnection that is in the team. Okay?
But we don't have them kind of resources, money, Trevor.
No, it's not the amount of resource, John. It's the policy. It's the policy. Are we a team or we are not a team? So if we are a team, how come we all go pick mango? And when you come back and pick in mango, we have 100 mango. We get 1 each and you take home 90. You know? When we are the ones who have been practicing with you so that you became a super batsman. I said the same thing about the athletics. When we come back home, it's gold, silver, and bronze that is recognized. 3 players out of maybe 40. Okay? And the rest of them just goes home and nobody remembered that they went to the Olympics or they went to the Diamond League. All they remember is who won gold, silver, or got a bronze. That type of disconnection is not gonna build the type of team spirit that is gonna make you win games, because team spirit has a lot to do with it too. Okay, I mean, do you bring these players together when they are not playing test cricket? Are you bringing them together not only when they're competing against each other? Because when you look at these players, John, that are on the team, these guys spend all their time competing against each other. Not building a unit, not being unified as a team. They are competing against each other. Okay? And so it's hard to call a dog, 2 dogs that always fight every time you see them. You tell them that, okay, this is the dog, the team of dogs that you want to go chase the mongoose now. Halfway while you're chasing the mongoose, the one in front is going to get bitten by the one in back because he's running too fast.
Talk about chasing mongoose. I say, growing up in the country, and the dog chase the mongoose, you know, Trevor.
Mhm.
And go push him in the, when mongoose go down the hole and go push him nose down there. You know. The dog ball in the mongoose, bite him on him nose.
No, the man who spit. The man who spit in his eye. You know. Yes. The man who that's the sound you hear coming from him. The man who spit in his eye.
Yeah.
And when it hit him like, woo.
Well, the dog ball, listen, Trevor.
Well,
I tell you.
I mean, the level of losing that the West Indies has been experiencing, John, it says that even when they're traveling, you know, they're not traveling with type of confidence that we say
them can't pass 200, Trevor.
They can't pass 200. Yes. That is
you can't pass 200.
Can't pass 200. You know, and that's why I said the average amount of balls, John. You know, for you to, I mean, the average amount of balls that you face.
I mean, now, what's the reason for carrying, for instance, Tajnara and Shandapal, going back to Tajnara and Shandapal on this tour?
Well, I thought he was going as a batting coach. Since
That's all right.
Well, listen, I would have thought that I think about him as a spin coach, because they said the reason why they're, you know, you're looking at Shandapal is because he's one batsman who could handle the spin. So since he's a spin expert, and you expect that you're gonna get that, you know, after you go through.
Sure, if him could handle spin, why did he get dropped?
Well, he was hurt. You know, they said he was hurt, and he has been.
He was what?
Well, the grapevine said that, you know, he's hurt and he's been quick.
If he can handle spin, why him get dropped?
Well, they say he was hurt. You know, but remember, you know, that he was not a big six-hitter either.
No.
Okay.
And him couldn't even push the ball in the space and say, come on.
All right. So when you talk about T20.
So you drop him.
So when you talk about T20 and his offer and what is your rate, you know, if you're all in your wicket because you know to play the spin. I see a lot of guys, John, who give up their wicket cheap because they want to hit up and they want to hit a six off the spin, and the bowler know that. You know, so I tease him, let him fall for it. Okay.
Instead, just push the ball in the space and say, come on.
Exactly. They don't. What I used to enjoy about cricket, John, is not so much how much runs were scored, because when we're playing cricket on our regular dirt pitch in the country, you know, we're not even counting the score, you know, John. Is that when it comes with us? No. Yes, you know, you're defending the wicket, you know.
Yeah.
No matter what him do, you know, he does no. You understand me? And the crowd picks it up, you know. Because when the boy in the crowd says no, you understand me? Like, no, you're not playing.
You play catch a should be.
Yeah.
And you go on nightfall and you batting, you go on with the bat because you will come back and bat next day.
You know?
Well, I tell you, those are the days, Trevor.
Yeah, because you have to say this, you know, that I would have been more respectful of the team, John, if when the game was over and they lost, they only surrendered 3 or 4 wickets. Okay? If they only surrendered 3 or 4 wickets, yes, the loss where the runs were concerned, but they never bowled them out cheaply, John.
Yeah, but you asking them now to go make 200-300 runs?
And I'm saying, you know, that I would rather have that the team I'm opposing force them to bowl 50 overs, John, and lose, than having them bowl 33 overs and bowl me out.
Yeah.
The message is, I can't bat. Okay? The message is, I can't bat. Okay?
Well, remember one thing I said before the test, Trevor? We'll be interested to see how our batsmen handle Bumrah and Siraj.
Oh,
And in the first innings, Bumrah and Siraj, you get what, 7 wickets between them?
yes, yes. That's right.
I mean, Bumrah never get a wicket in the second inning, but they never also get him away either.
No, but I mean,
You know,
they never needed him. He was just doing his daily exercise at that time, just warming up.
You remember the days when West Indies fast bowlers used to make Indian batsmen dance?
Oh, come on, man. Listen, I mean, listen.
They're paying us back.
Yes, I have never seen a fast bowler as graceful coming up to pitch as Michael Holding.
No, man. But I tell you, birds talk about Michael Holding. But to me, Trevor, I used to like to see Wes Hall running, Yeah, man, Wes Hall.
Yeah, but we never saw a lot of Wes Hall on television.
But remember,
you understand?
I'll never forget. Remember, Dragon Stout had a ad, with Wes Hall, running into bowl, And when they delivered, them said, what they said? Dragon Stout. Yeah, man. Wes Hall, Trevor? And I think a lot of people, even today, history is a hell of a thing, Because even today, you said to somebody, them youngsters to pick an All West Indies team. And they'll pick an All West Indies team, and you never hear Wes Hall's name called, nor Weeks, nor Walcott.
And that's because of the technology we have now, John.
Yeah.
And the communication means we have now. Okay? Because if you were to ask the old players, the old retired players to select the team of, like the greatest team of the 60s and the greatest teams of the 70s, or you put an all-star team together, which was one thing I asked about that question. An all-star team from India does not mean it's the Indian cricket team. Okay? The same thing goes.
Trevor, I remember years ago I had Sir Gary in the studio with me, And it just so happened that during that week, somebody put out an All West Indies team. And when Sir Gary sit down in front of me and I pushed the paper to him and said, Sir Gary, what do you think about this? And he looked it over. And Sir Gary said, anybody who pick an All West Indies team and don't have Everton Weeks on the team, they don't know a damn thing about cricket.
And that now is where your peers, John, selects the team.
Yeah.
Your peers, not some desk jockey, John, but the guys who knows when they go out on the field, when they go out on the pitch, John, and when they look at the guys who are standing out there, they worry about facing them. They worry about pitching to them. They worry about batting against them. Okay? And when they see a wicket keeper back there, then they spend half their time worrying about getting too far out of the crease because it's too fast. You understand?
Yeah.
Because you have to say sometimes he's actually catching the ball before the ball gets to the wicket. And stopping you.
And Trevor, when you look back at the players of yesteryear, they certainly didn't go through the training and preparation methods that today's athletes go through.
No, they don't. No, they don't. You know, because the data and this that you can collect against different teams and prepare for those teams, you don't have the replays. You never have the replays, John.
And they don't even play as much cricket as what being played today.
All right.
You know?
You know, but maybe they were hungrier, John. Maybe playing games as infrequently as they did then made them hungrier. You know, that, we don't get a chance to go out and play again tomorrow, We're playing test matches,
And I think, the Sir Frank Worrell and the Sir Clive's team players' attitudes.
Yes.
Was that no white guy can beat me.
All right. Yeah. I mean, the guy walk up and he's setting his boundary on his bat, and you look at the guy and he's chewing gum. What he's saying is just another day in the park, just another walk in the park.
We come in here to win.
Yes, just another.
Just first time that, and Clive had mentioned it more than several times when they went to Australia and got blown away.
Oh yes.
And him said that not going to happen again.
No man, those bouncers, man, were knocking.
But then you see, Trevor, it's amazing how much influence Sir Clive had over, should I say, the selection of the West Indies team then.
Right.
Our captains today don't have that influence.
Well, one of the things we talk about, John.
Our captains today have to do what Darren Sammy said.
Ask. Ask him if he accepts the.
And that is why Robman Powell is not captain of the white ball team today.
Ask him if they accept the selection to play. Ask. Players should be sitting by their phone, begging for the phone to ring. And you have to ask them if they accept the selection to play. No,
they're not.
And I think one of the missing things, as I said, to build that team chemistry, John, to have, if they're going to play a team next month, 4 weeks down the road, you should have all of them in camp, John. Okay? They should be in camp. Okay? Batting, hitting, and fielding, John. Okay? Consistently batting, hitting, and fielding. Not, all day. You start working at 8 o'clock in the morning like you're playing a test match. And you also, when does play end? At 5 o'clock? Well, you're putting in the drills. Okay? Full drill, John.
You're doing 8 hours of work.
Yes, full drill. And if it's a 5-day test match you're going to play, you run a 5-day drill, John. Okay? You run a 5-day drill because that is the only way you're going to be mentally and physically, you're going to accept the fact that you can do it.
But there's something else, Trevor. I cannot see, for like Jamaica, you preparing to play a regional tournament as a 4-day game. But your practice match is a 2-day game or maybe a 3-day game.
Right.
But you practicing to play a 4-day game. I remember when I used to go to college, and with my swimming team, and you go swimming practice. One thing the coach always stressing up. So you can't swim slow in practice and swim fast when the race comes.
All right. Yeah. It's like going fishing to catch tuna or marlin, and I ask you what weight line you have. You say 20 pounds. You say, but you're looking to catch 300-pound fish. Okay. No. So I am not saying that everything we say is the answer. What we know is that nobody so far has found a solution.
And you know what I would do with them, to Trevor? For instance, if you're practicing to play a 4-day game and the match over in 2.5 days,
They stay there for you don't go.
But it's not just training you're going anymore. No. You're going to go back out and go play again
That's right.
and play out the whole 4 days.
If we are paying you for a 5-day match, you're gonna be on the pitch for 5 days.
That's right.
Okay. There's no sick days when it comes to or no off days.
Match over, you gone. No. You're practicing to go play a tournament. You're going to practice.
Because you're saying to yourself, 3 or 4 or 5, I still get paid. Okay. But who gets robbed? The fans get robbed, John. If I take a vacation to go and watch a 5-day test match, and after 3 days I'm looking for something to do, because the team is in their hotel drinking coffee or trying to drown their sorrows, I don't get the full benefit of my
with Hungary and nephew.
I do not get the full benefit of my sacrifice to come and watch this match. And don't tell me you're gonna give me my money back for the last day. Okay? I never came for the money. I bring my son to watch a 5-day cricket match, test match, and after 4 days, he says, are we going to? I said, no, the match is over. But it's only 5 days. Well, it's down to 4 days now. This lack of discussion, active discussion about the pros and the cons, the expectations and the ripple effects of non-performance by the players who we attack, and the coach who we attack, and the trainer and the board who we attack. And when we finish attacking them, there's no change. No change.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, that we have to ask the coaches, John, and we have to ask the board members, the president of the board, the different members of the board. We have to invite them onto our radio program. We said we would like you to come and explain to the fans what are the plans. What are the plans? Because they have bought tickets to the game. Okay? What are the plans? You're the president? Well, the last time I came to your party, the DJ never showed up. And I bought another ticket. What are your plans for this party?
Yeah.
Because if the batters never turned up, it's like the DJ never turned up. It's the same thing. Okay? And we have to either shame him into stepping down so somebody can come and do the job, or he makes a commitment to go out there and do the job. Okay? Because nobody can tell me, John, that we cannot put a team together in the West Indies that can compete.
Boy, Trevor, right now I can't see the players. And you see, on top of what is happening to this match now with India, the 2 of the frontline fast bowlers hurt. Kumar and Alzari. So we don't have them.
And Bumrah Shard is taking them out anyway.
And Bumrah and Siraj.
He's taking them out anyway.
Going to work.
I mean, we hear about this kid in India, 14 years old, who has made it what? Make the team? We hear about this kid Bethel in England, okay, who has also been what? Did the fastest 100 or fastest 50?
Bobby Bond.
Yeah.
Jafra Archer, Bobby Bond, put 2 of them playing for England.
Yes. No, why would
you, Trevor, if they were here, I don't know that they would have developed the way they have developed.
That because the pipeline, John. The pipeline. And I think that in India, Australia, England, or the UK, I should say, they are deliberately, John, starving the developing countries, John. They get the lion's share, okay, And you should not be saying that because you have you draw more fans, you get a bigger slice of the pie.
Yeah.
Because in other sports like basketball, John, they all eat everybody to the same standard. You have
Well, in football, FIFA pay everybody the same money.
but not in cricket.
FIFA that because you're US and me are Jamaica, you gonna get more than me.
That's right. And that is what I'm saying, that cricket need to make some adjustments to the way they do things. They are very selfish in the way they distribute the funds. Okay. And everybody knows that when you have a situation where one child is malnourished and everybody else is nourished, you're gonna make it a point of your duty to give the malnourished child, John, more nourishment to bring that child up to parity with the other child, John.
Yeah, but I guess this is the Englishman thing, you know, Trevor.
Colonialism. It's the same colonialism. That's
Yeah,
what
but
colonialism.
the problem is Pakistan India gonna get away from them.
Well, you see, the reason
So them have to kiss up to India now.
yes, because India, John, has 1.23 million people.
Yeah, but they never expect India cricket to develop the way it has.
You know, because India has the population, John, that you can form 10 different regions, okay, and none of them is less than 150 million people. Okay, so in the process of doing that, the competition is going to be stiff based on the amount of people that is competing.
Yeah.
West Indies have what, 29 million people competing against India with 1.2 billion?
Million or billion?
Billion.
Billion.
Pakistan up there with what, 1 billion? Wait until China come onto the scene. You know, see, the US can't compete with China.
Right.
Because what? Because China can say, listen, we have enough people there to make things at half the price that you make it. Okay? Yeah. We have an infantry and you don't.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you so much for spending this time and let me explore the other side of my mind.
Yeah.
You're listening to Crickets on John Sports Corner.